So I try to do a small good thing for my wife, makes me to stand here. The fame, the money I got out of it. So what I did, I gone back to my early marriage days. No, what you did on the early marriage days, you tried to impress your wife. I did the same. On that occasion, I saw my wife something carrying like this. I'm so, what is that? I asked. My wife replied, none of your business. Then being a husband, I ran away behind her. I saw a nasty rag cloth. I don't even use that cloth to clean my two-wheeler. Then understood she is adopting that unhygienic method to manage her period days. Then immediately asked her, why you're adopting that unhygienic method? She replied, I also know about that, but myself and your sisters, if they start using that, we have to cut our family milk budget. Then I shocked, what is the connection between using sanitary pad and milk budget? It is called affordability. I tried to impress my new wife by offering a packet of sanitary pad. I went to a local shop, I tried to buy a sanitary pad packet. That fellow looks left and right and spread a newspaper, roll it into the newspaper, give it a banned item, something like that. I don't know why, I not asked for a condom. Then I took that pad, then I want to see that, what is inside it? The very first time at the age of 29, 30, I'm touching the sanitary pad, first ever. I must know how many of that guys you have touched the sanitary pad anyway. They are not going to touch that because it's not your matter. Then I thought it is a white substance made of cotton. Oh my God, that guy is just using a penny value of raw material inside. They are selling for pounds, dollars. Why not make a low-cost sanitary pad my new wife? That's what all is started. But after making a sanitary pad, where can I check? It is not an industrial item, check in the lab. I need a woman volunteer where I can get in there. Even in Bangalore, you won't get. In India. So only problem, the only available victim is my wife. Then I made a sanitary pad and hand over Santi. My wife's name is Santi. Close your eyes. Whenever I'll give not a diamond pendant or not a diamond ring, even a chocolate, I will give you a surprise with a lot of tons of paper rolled up at it. Close your eyes. Because I tried to make intimacy. Because it's an arranged marriage, not a love marriage. So one day she said openly, I'm not going to support this research. Then another victims, they got into my sisters. But even sisters' wife, they are not ready to support in the research. That's why I'm always jealous with the saints in India. They are having lot of women volunteers around them. Why I'm not getting? Even without the calling all Anandas, Nandas, they will get lot of women volunteers. Then I try to use that medical college girls. They are also refused. Finally, I decide, use sanitary pad myself. Now I'm having a title like the first man set foot on the moon, Armstrong. Then Tenzing Hillary in Everest, like that Muruganan is the first man who wore a sanitary pad across the globe. I wore a sanitary pad. I filled animal blood in a football bladder. I tied up here. There is a tube connection to my panties. While I'm walking, while I'm cycling, made a press, there is doses of blood will go there. That makes me to bow down any woman in front of me, to give full respect. That 5 days, I never forget the messy days, lousy days, that wetness. My God, it's unbelievable. But here the problem is, one company is making napkin out of cotton. It is working well. But I'm also trying to make sanitary pad with good cotton. It's not working. That makes me 2.5 years to continuous research. You need first funds. Not only financial crisis, because of the sanitary pad research, I come through all sort of problems, including divorce notice for my wife. Why it is means I use medical college girls, she suspect I am using as a trump card to run behind medical college girls. Finally, I came to know it is a special cellulose derived from a pine wood. But even after that, you need a multi-million-dollar plant like this to process that material. Again, I stuck up. Then I spent another 4 years to create my own machine tools, a simple machine tool like this. In this machine, any rural woman can apply the same raw material what they are processing in the multinational plant. Anyone can make world-class napkin at your dining hall. That is my invention. So after that, what I did, usually if anyone got a patent or invention, immediately you want to convert into this. I never did this. I drop it just like this. Because you do this, if anyone run after money, their life will not any beauty. It is boredom. Lot of people making lot of money, billions of dollars accumulating. Why they are coming finally for philanthropy? Why the need of accumulating money than doing philanthropy? More of them decided to start philanthropy from the day one. That's why I'm giving this mission only in rural India for rural women, because in India you get surprised, only 2% of women are using sanitary pad. Rest they are using rag cloth, leaf, ask, dust, everything, except sanitary pads. It's the same in 21st century. That's why I'm going to give this mission only for poor women across India. So far, 630 installation happened in 23 states, in 6 other countries. Now, I'm on 7th year, sustaining against multinational, transnational giant makes all MBA students a question mark. A school dropout from Coimbatore, how he is able to sustaining? That makes me as a visiting professor and guest lecturers in all IIMs. And play video 1. Seeing the nasty cloth that my wife's hand, no? Why you are using nasty cloth using method? She replied immediately, I know about napkin, but if I start using napkins, then we have to cut our family milk budget, she replied. Why not make myself a low-cost napkin? So I decided going to sell this new innovation machine only for self-help group. That is my idea. And previously you need a multi-million investment for machine and all. Now any rural woman can, they are performing puja. You just think, competing giants, even from Harvard, Oxford is difficult. I make a rural woman to compete multinationals. I'm sustaining on 7th year, already 600 inflation. What is my vision is, I'm going to make India as a 100% sanitary napkin using country in my lifetime. In this way, I'm going to provide not less than 1 million rural employment that I'm going to create. That's what I'm not running after this bloody money. I'm doing something serious. If you chase a girl, the girl won't like you. Do your job simply, the girl will chase you. Like that, I never chase Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi chasing me, I am keeping in the back pocket. Not in front pocket. I'm a back pocket man. That's all. A school dropout saw a problem in the society of not using sanitary pad. I'm becoming a solution provider. I'm very happy. I don't want to make this as a corporate entity. I want to make this as a low-cost sanitary pad movement across the globe. That's why I put all the details on public domain like open software. Now 110 countries are accessing it. Okay? So I classify the people into 3: uneducated, little educated, surplus educated. A little educated done this. A surplus educated, what you are going to do for the society. Thank you very much. Bye.